Everyone ready?
No.
No, not at all, Dan says. No.
Let it flow, Dan. Let it flow.
Let it flow, yeah.
Natural.
Let the banter flow through you.
La. Okay.
And we're back. Hello. Welcome to the Pick Up and Play podcast, episode 7. 7 episodes deep, and we've basically run out of things to talk about. That's not strictly true. No, we've got a lot to talk about today. We're going to be talking about the PS5 release, Cold War, Call of Duty Cold War, and a little bit of Warzone chat because I, for one, am getting fed up with it.
So let's talk about it more.
As always, I'm here with my 3 friends, Dan, Scott, and Croxon. James.
Croxon would have been fine.
Croxon is fine.
Croxon doesn't have a name; it's just one name.
Just
Croxon.
Yeah, it's like Share.
Sheer. Yeah, Sheer. I meant to say Seal, and then you said Share, and I said
Sheer.
It's like Prince or Madonna.
I can't remember the last time I called Croxon James. It's not James to me.
Doesn't sound right. No.
I have one thing I want to point out. So obviously the listeners can't see this because we've also got a Zoom chat going as well. James's beard is getting more and more profound every single week. Did you used to play that game Guess Who? When you like to turn people down. James looks like a Guess Who character right now. Does he have a beard?
Does he have a ginger beard? It doesn't look. It does look very defined and sort of like.
I had a trim last week.
Almost as if someone's coloured it in. You know, it's really thick.
Red pen.
Natural copper.
You just naturally thick beard. It's good. Not like Dan's patchy little.
Look at that. Look.
Dan's beard looks like a dog has recently had surgery and the hair's growing back.
It's not even a beard. This is the most I can grow. It doesn't. Nothing grows here.
That is so mad. Did you guys know that I used to think that Dan has a goatee as a style choice? I used to think, oh, what a cool guy. He's got a goatee. He's like pulling off a goatee, and then I talked to him like personally, and he's like, no, I literally cannot grow anything more than this.
He's got baby smooth sides of his face.
Just doesn't grow.
Now I'm wondering, Scott, have you got a Nelly story for us this week?
Obviously, I have a Nelly story.
Obviously. Go on.
Oh, I was waiting for my music. But...
Sorry.
What a funny story.
Every week you jump into it and you're told, no, wait for your music.
Yeah, such a diva, Scott. I won't do it without my music.
Oh, sorry. So, normally my stories evolve around toilet humour with Nelly, but this week it's not.
We're evolving.
Yeah. So a couple of days ago, we thought we've been taking her out walking recently because she can go out now, and she's loving it. And we thought we got a couple of days off, so me and Hannah thought we'd take her to the beach because Essex is famous for its beaches in November. So we thought we'd go there, and so we found a local beach and we took her to the beach. And she was loving it. And I thought, oh, she's a Spaniel. She must love water. She's terrified of water. She thinks water's her enemy. And she just barks at it. So she's running up and down the sand and she's playing in the sand and she keeps getting seaweed in her mouth and throwing it up in the air like a toy. And I thought this was hilarious until Hannah encouraged her. And then about 5 minutes later, I turned around and I thought, that's not seaweed. Then he's got a crab alive in her mouth. Upside down, and all I can see is little legs moving either side of her mouth. And I'm like, oh shit. Now, I don't know. I was worried, number one, that the crab might pinch her. I don't know what else they do. Pinch her. And secondly, are they poisonous to dogs? I don't know. So I decided...
I think they're poisonous at all, but yeah.
Well, I don't know.
Crab meat.
So I was like, Nelly, give me the crab.
Yeah.
She's like, no. She then proceeded to run around the beach with a crab in her mouth. I then obviously participated in chasing her. Then thought, I have to eat this crab as quick as possible because he's chasing me. So I just heard crunch.
Oh, God.
Oh. I managed to catch her and try and pull the crab out of her mouth, but it was too late.
Oh, God.
And then obviously she dropped the rest of it on the floor. So all there was like a moon-shaped cutout in the middle of this crab's body.
Oh, my God. She bit clean through it.
for its head, for its body,
Oh,
its shell. And then obviously I was a little bit worried, you know what I mean? So what then proceeded to happen throughout the rest of the day was Nelly stunk of raw fish,
Oh no.
stunk out the new car,
Yeah.
and then proceeded to do fish farts all evening.
That's rank.
The PS5 has officially released since we last recorded in the UK. James and Scott have got their hands on theirs. Me and Dan still don't have one. Dan's not even trying.
We're trying hard for you, Conway.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I was at work, and my two good friends here were off work for various reasons, and trying to buy me a PS5 and failing because every website was crashing. Or Amazon said that they were going to put them on sale at 12 o'clock, and they just didn't. And then they just suddenly came on at like 1:10 or something, didn't they? But did even the digital version get released though? Because I thought it was just the disc version. From what I can
see, there was no digital version came out pretty much anywhere. It was just the disc version.
Yeah,
Amazon dropped on like
bollocks.
some random time, like 7 minutes past 1.
It must have been like a massive masterstroke by Amazon because like we're going to drop at 12, and every fucker went on their website looking at deals and stuff, and then waiting, and then they waited just an hour, and I bet a lot of people were clicking and it's a great way to get traffic through your website.
Yeah, I suppose. But then if everyone was like me, which was just staying on the PlayStation 5 page and not going anywhere else, they're not really getting any more money, are they?
Well,
because you're not. If you're like desperately trying to find out when the PS5 is releasing and you're refreshing, you're not going to be like, oh, and what else could I get? Oh, look, a vacuum cleaner's half price or something. You don't want to get distracted, do you?
Wasn't there like massive controversy with the Curry's situation? What
Oh,
was that
God,
about,
yeah.
Scott? Yeah. Can we go over that? 'Cause I don't really get it.
Basically, if you couldn't put the PlayStation 5 in your basket because it was not released yet. So it was supposed to release at 9 a.m. I think, and before that you couldn't put it in your basket because it wasn't technically released yet. But if you put the PS5 on your wish list and then went to your wish list and then put it and then went to buy it from there, it would allow you to buy it. So it was kind of like a glitch of the system or sort of bypass that was not supposed to happen, but then word got out and thousands of people bought them through that glitch, and then it was down to them whether or not they were going to honour those orders or refund them. And as far as I know, I think they honoured them because the guy at work that did it, I was speaking to, he rang them up and they told him, no, you're going to get your PS5, and the day after he still was hadn't been cancelled. So I think they actually went through, which obviously completely fucked up their release.
Yeah, I mean, there was a lot of messages on Twitter and bits going on that, mine has now been cancelled within 24 hours of
there's a lot of
placing
stuff
that
on
order.
Twitter and Reddit and
Yeah,
No, one of the things I saw a lot of. Did you see all the shit going around online with people stealing them, like delivery men?
oh
yeah.
Stuff, marking it as delivered, and then it just not turning up or never even getting to their house.
Or
Someone
they
got caught on camera as well.
Yeah. Or your box arrives and it's got some toilet roll and an air fryer in it.
Yeah, that happened as well.
Gone.
Yeah,
You've got tins of cat food and all sorts.
So me and Croxon have managed to secure PS5s. So I'd seen lots of this online. I ordered a digital version and I got a digital version. James ordered a digital version and managed to get himself the disc version for the same price and didn't realise until he was sort of like, I don't know, like musing over it.
So what happened?
So I ordered mine in person and had to go collect it. And then I think I took a picture of it to send you boys how I'd got it set up.
Yeah.
Bearing in mind I'd had this for about 3 hours at this point. I then was just looking and going, that's a disc tray. Why have I got are they just all on there? So I had to look at like the digital version, but no, that is a working disc tray. The other ones do not have that. And I don't know if I'm now risking something by
yeah, James got scared that they were going to come and knock on his door and take his space station away.
You can just imagine him hugging it to his chest, going, "No, take it!
PlayStation, please turn up!" Like, no, you can't have this.
I want to play zombies. What about my haptic controllers?
That's jealousy, Conway.
Have you noticed? Have you basically treated your disc version like a digital version?
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
100%.
I thought that was exactly what would happen. Yeah.
I mean,
If there's
don't get me
no
wrong.
sales-
I will. As the storage now gets eaten up, barely got any digital space left for storage. Anything else I get will go on disc, just to.
But you
Just
know,
means I
even if
don't-
you get a disc, you still have to download the fucking
Yeah.
game. I don't
Yeah,
understand that.
there will be
Yeah.
an amount to download, but nothing to the degree of what was it, 200 gig for
for
Cold War?
For Cold War.
Was it really?
Yeah.
Yes,
No,
it's
it
on-
wasn't actually because
It was about
you
170 in the end. You can reduce some of the stuff.
you don't have to
You can
download the
reduce,
campaign.
you can take
for
out the
example.
campaign and bits. I've taken it all on for the time being.
So have I.
I'm very close to deleting the campaign because I just don't see myself getting involved in it.
Yeah, same.
But have you experienced any? Because there's lots of like tech stuff going, like glitches and problems and hardware faults. Have you experienced any issues with yours yet, James?
So the first batch of issues were Cold War just crashing.
Yeah,
The first day we had it, me and Scott were probably loading into a few games, and then it would just crash.
yeah, we
kick-
had it.
It would kick the whole game. It never shut mine off entirely, and it didn't do the disk repair that a lot of people said it was coming up with. But
Mine
still
did.
huge amounts of just crash, play for 20 minutes, crash. Funny enough, if I was playing Crash Bandicoot, it would run fine. It just seemed to be on the new type. Anything for PlayStation 5 just seemed to crash.
Yeah, it's weird. I don't know what was going on, but even when we were just playing like private games, like zombies, just the two of us, it would just sort of like get 20 minutes in and then boom, it would go off, and my PlayStation would turn off completely, which was really concerning. I was like, shit, I'm gonna have to send this back. Then I'd read it was a fault, and I was hoping it wasn't a hardware fault. But touch wood, nothing like that has happened since. So everyone spoke about the aesthetics of the PlayStation, the Xbox, which one looks better, this and the other. It looks like a Wi-Fi router. If it were a Wi-Fi router, it'd be the biggest fucking Wi-Fi router I've ever seen, because it is gigantic.
Well, if it was a console, it'd be the biggest console you've ever seen,
It's,
and
it's
it is.
effectively- it's effectively a tower,
Yeah.
like a PC. And it is so heavy and it is so cumbersome and ugly. It's just about made up for the fact that it's still a good console.
Would you like it better if it was black? If it was all black?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Why
as
have they
well.
gone white? They've always been, other than the first one, they've all been black. And now they've gone
Yeah.
white. Nobody wants white consoles. It's not the 1990s. Nobody
No.
wants that.
It is
Yeah.
a weird choice, isn't it? But I saw online that some people were buying them and then like spray painting them like really cool.
Yeah.
Like, oh, actually no, just black. Not really cool colours.
Also seen people doing that and destroying the console in doing
Really? Yeah. I suppose if
Yeah.
you don't know what you're doing, you're pretty.
Yeah, it also voids the warranty on the PlayStation. I read that. But Sony
Yeah.
came out
Really?
and said, yeah, if you spray paint the plates, your warranty's fucked. Like,
They're going to be surely a company that's going to come out of the Sony going to release.
Yeah,
that
well,
instant plates.
I read about this. There was a company who had a deal with them pre-release that were making side plates, but for some reason it all went tits up. It was something to do with licensing or something. So this company basically made a load of custom side plates, and then at the last minute, Sony pulled out the deal to license in confusion or something like that. So this company just went bust. Like, yeah.
Motherfuckers.
Yeah.
But generally speaking, I am really enjoying it. It is good. There's a few teething issues. There's a few problems with it. Little things like the controller vibrating massively when it's charging and you're in a game and you're in a party chat. But generally speaking, all those little things that would really annoy me about the PS4 have been rectified, like party chat, the speed, saving videos, stuff like that.
Yeah, the one thing that will be resolved for us, Scott, is when these bozos get a PlayStation 5 and we stop getting the echoey audio that happens when a PlayStation 5 user is talking to a PlayStation 4 user.
Yeah, that's funny.
That's really dumb that doesn't work very well. It's like such a stupid little.
I would imagine there would
glitch.
be a fix for that, like a bug fix.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
It
just
shouldn't be
stupid,
that complicated. It's also really
No.
stupid that it exists. Like,
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
So because I now have no idea when I'm actually going to get a PS5, even if it's going to be before Christmas or even before the New Year, or I don't know. I was holding out on getting Cold War until I got my PS5, but essentially what I'm doing to myself there is just giving myself months of not being able to play zombies with my friends, and then by the time I get it, my friends are going to be bored with zombies probably. So I thought, fuck it, I'm going to get it now. So last night I bought Cold War, and today me and James had a really good session on zombies, which was probably the first time I'd seriously played zombies in 10 years. It's got to be something like
I
that.
worked it out to be about 10 years.
Yeah, actually, I'm going to Google that now. When the original,
I reckon it was
Zombies
when no, it wasn't the original. It was the one with like the teleporters and stuff for the first time.
Well,
I
that,
reckon
but
it was, and that was like when I was at uni, so it was
Hmm.
probably not far from 7 years ago because we
Is
were
it
playing
still
every night.
really?
oh yeah. So you're saying the last time we had a proper session? Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Is it still like? Is there still a story that's really convoluted and stuff like
No.
that? Because
Yeah.
that's where it
No, the
lost me. I
story
liked it when it was
is
simple.
yeah, the story is there's still a lot of steps to it, but it's more streamlined than it has been.
Yeah, it's not
Yeah.
as clunky. It's like story crappy.
There's been Zombies just lost itself in the story a few
Yeah, it
years
did,
ago.
and that's when it lost me. I
And
liked it when it
yeah.
was simple and there
Mhm.
wasn't like a
I mean,
1,000 tasks to do and shit
the
like that.
beauty of it is you can just play this and it's not critical to the game that you do the story.
Yeah.
Me and Conway did the story, like did all the Easter eggs today and finished it and did like what they would consider it being complete in the game. But you don't have to do that. I don't suggest doing that again for a very, very long time. I'd rather just play and see how many levels we can get to.
Because there is that side of things, isn't there? You could just now see how long can we last for. There is,
Yeah.
which is what Zombies always was. How far can we go?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And
That arcade
Dan,
level.
you're the only one who hasn't played it yet, Dan. But
No.
the map is huge. It is absolutely bloody
Yeah,
massive.
I was reading about it. Apparently, they've done the biggest one ever or something. No.
Yeah.
But what's
And-
really cool
Go on.
is one of the little buildings. So you start off outside. So effectively, the first ever little inside building that we had. You know where you'd shoot out the windows, Dan, and blow up the barrels. That's where you start off out there, and then you can run inside there. So they've built around the very first map. So
That's cool.
Yeah, so that's pretty cool.
So the original Nazi Zombies was 2008 because it came with World at War.
A World at War,
Yeah.
Call of Duty
I love
World
that
at War, and so that makes it 12 years ago.
I
And,
remember playing it at like the house before parents split, so that was at least 10 years ago now.
Yeah, but do you remember we used to play with our mate called Dan Bleach? He used to be really obsessed
Yes.
with it, and we haven't spoken to him in a long time, so that really dates how long ago it was.
Mhm.
But yeah, so it's that original map that we used to play there, and it's basically expanded around that, isn't it? Which
you get
is really
to play
cool.
outside, where you could never get to that in the first one. You just look out the windows to it. You are playing in that area to start.
Oh, that's
with.
cool.
Yeah,
I like that. So it's kind of is it incorporated in the map like all kind of previous zombie maps?
No, just the first one.
Just
the first one.
that first one. Yeah.
But what they've led off is a bit of a teaser. So when me and Conway completed that game, they said that site in Poland where it's set has been destroyed, but there's ones in Vietnam and there was another one.
So there's going to be
around,
DLC.
so there's probably going to be DLCs coming for that.
Oh, of course there will be. Yeah.
And did you? So Conway, obviously, I know James loved it. We loved it together. What was your sort of take on it? Because you say that you was the reason I downloaded it, but actually, ironically, I think it was last night. Me and you, Adam was, I'm so sick of Warzone. Killed by Spectre. I was like, buy the new one. It's really good. And then literally early hours of the morning, I got a screenshot of all the downloads.
Yes, you did. Yeah, we'll get on to Warzone in a minute where we'll talk about that. But I've really enjoyed Zombies. It is like true to sort of it's what you would want as an update to the original, what we all loved. It plays really smoothly. All the guns are really good. The Packer Punch really like upgrade your gun and makes it feel really like satisfying. Yeah. The only thing that I've got a complaint with so far, and it might just be me fucking up, but it seems like every time I've died in Zombies so far, I've been stuck on something on the map that I couldn't see, and then I can't move, and then I've got killed. I've never really got overwhelmed with zombies that I couldn't outrun. It was just that I'd get stuck on some little thing on the floor and then couldn't move, and then that was it. But maybe that's just due to me
I think that's just a bit of sort of map awareness, maybe.
Yeah, exactly.
Just because, again, if I was going to go down, it meant I was getting caught on the edge of like the plane or something like that, and that's where I'd get stuck.
So yeah, there's one last little thing I wanted to say about Cold War, and I thought that it's quite expensive at 65 quid on the PS5, and it does look good, and I'm definitely not going to play the campaign. But then I was thinking about it, and I was actually, the Zombies is brilliant, and I think you could argue paying 20-30 quid just for that game alone.
Mm-hmm.
And also the arcade that me and Croxon played was pretty cool. It's pretty basic, but it's good.
Dead Ops Arcade is brilliant. It brings you back to that nice little bit of nostalgia. The story, as loose as it is, carries on from the first one. and it's
It's
brought
good.
sort of the new technology features into it, where it's
Yeah.
normally like a top view, side-scrolling almost game. You could then have the option to get dropped into it first person as if you're playing a normal round of zombies, and I think
Yeah,
that's
it's good.
brilliant.
Yeah, it was great. And that's without, that's a great game without even considering how good I really like the new multiplayer. I think the maps on the new multiplayer are really, really good. They've just
Yeah.
dropped Nuketown, which is really good. 24/7 Nuketown's live, and we've not even talked about the probability that they're going to update Warzone and stuff coming. So I feel it's a pretty good bundle, really.
Yeah, I haven't played multiplayer yet, but
It's good.
yeah, I was basically happy to play the £65 for the chance just to play zombies with mates.
Yeah,
Because I really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
And
it's its own game as one.
just the option to, if we're playing Warzone for an evening and then we get fed up with that, we can just go, so we just jump on zombies. And then, like, I can't think of anything more sort of satisfying than getting annoyed at getting killed on Warzone and then just going, fuck it, so we just go and shoot like thousands of zombies. Yeah, fuck it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, agreed.
Big fan of that.
They're not going to shoot back. They're not going to hit me with a fucking Dragon's Breath shotgun.
Conway, I feel like you've got some venting to do over Warzone.
Yes. I mentioned at the beginning of the podcast that I'm getting fed up with Warzone. How could that be? This podcast is basically a Warzone podcast. No, last night was just a bit of bad experience.
It was a bit fucking sweaty, wasn't it?
Every encounter we had just seemed to be the most talented Call of Duty players you've ever come across. It was just natural born talent, wasn't it? It was just like child prodigies everywhere you went.
It's just it's the point where I feel like everybody we're playing is a hacker. They're not.
I know.
That's how I feel.
And so the obvious rebuttal to this for us complaining like this is, well, you're just not very good. But we've got like 40 wins each. We're not like bad at this game.
No.
Compared to most, like a lot of people who play Warzone have not ever won a Warzone game. We've won at least like around 40 each. I mean, Scott's got 37.
I think Dan's holding 43, and me and you have got 42 now, Conway.
Yeah, and so that might be what is holding us back now, because if skill-based matchmaking is a real thing, then
I'm a true believer in skill-based matchmaking after playing with my brother who played on a new account.
Well, yeah, So skill-based matchmaking, for anyone that doesn't know what that is, it's what it sounds like. If you're better at the game, you get put in with better people, better players. But there's some debate about how it actually works and whether or not it does work at all. But it seems to be the case that because we quite often win or get high
top 10 finishes,
yeah, that we are put in lobbies where people are very good at the game, and we are. I think our talents lie in tactics rather than skill.
Yes, absolutely.
Communication.
We're able to communicate because guys, my kill to death is 0.7. Not good.
Yeah.
That's
so
because you don't shoot anyone, Crocs.
Boom, boom.
Well, look, my kill to death ratio has taken a massive hit recently because I've changed my tact, and I'm now cannon fodder. So I'm now the token riot shielder and flashbanger, but it also means that everyone's like, Scott will have to go first because he's got the riot shield. And I got there and I go, yes, there's 4 people with RPGs. Obviously, I'm dead.
So just before we move on from skill-based matchmaking, so we were talking to Dan yesterday about this, and he said that he played with his brother, and his brother made a new account that had no progress on it, and they played together then, and Dan said it was noticeably easier to play. Was that right?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, it was like, first of all, there wasn't hardly anyone in paid skins, which was nice to see. It was all just like the default skins you see. And it was just weird. Like, you would drop at bunkers, none of the bunkers would be done. We got top 10 basically every game we played, and we won one, which I've never won a game with my brother because he's an idiot and he has no tactical sense at all. We actually won a game, and I think that speaks volumes as to how much easier it actually was. And I noticed it, and then jumping back on reviews, there was a clear difference.
So when you was playing with your brother, how many Black Rose skins did you find?
I mean, I maybe saw 1 or 2, if any, and it was so nice. No clowns, no nothing.
Yeah, the clown. Always get killed by a clown jumping around a corner.
Yeah, yeah.
No Dragon's Breath shotguns.
So it made me think that just for a little experiment and little night, we should all make new accounts and play as if we've never played before. It would mean not having our loadouts really,
Yeah, but that's fine.
but I don't think it would be too bad. And it'd be interesting to see. I think even without our loadouts, we'd be able to tell whether or not the lobbies were as sweaty
Absolutely, yeah.
as
I think it's a
we
good
normally play. I don't know what the logistics are of making a new account and stuff. I don't know if it's a pain in the ass.
Like, is there two-step verification and bits like that now? I have no idea.
I have no idea. My brother didn't seem to encounter an issue with it. So
And if your brother can do it, anyone
yeah,
can.
well,
So-
exactly. So
No, I'm not saying it's going to be difficult. It just might be more ag than it's worth, sort of thing. I don't know.
I think we should give it a go.
I think we should. I think it'd be a fun, we could make a little video out of it as well.
Yeah, that'd be good. Yeah.
And it might just give us a little bit of
a bit of love back for the game, maybe.
yeah, and just it would validate our concern that we are being put in higher level lobbies. You know, because it might be the case that we are just shit.
So it's more likely. It's like we do this really funny thing where we try to go bounty hunting and we're like, right, let's play like bang out sweats, let's go get bounties.
Yeah.
And then we're just so at sea when it comes to actually attacking anyone. It's like, right, what do we do? Before we know, we're all dead.
What happens is we attack people and then try and camp mid-attack.
We're slightly out of our comfort zone, so we just retreat back into a camping space.
So we'll be attacking in the open, and we'll find one hiding in a bush, one one in a porta cabin.
There was one time that we went to find to attack a bounty that we had, and we had a helicopter, and we decided to land the helicopter on the other side of the gas, so the gas was going to hit us first. Well, we could land anywhere. We had the advantage, and we decided to land on the wrong side, and then we got fucked by the gas, and then they just killed us, and we just was like, "Well, that wasn't very good."
So we're definitely struggling because of the lobbies. I think there's two reasons, and I want to make this clear. Skill-based lobbies, we've got over 150, probably near 160, 70 wins between us four. We always play together, so they're always adding them up. And we've probably got over 1,000 top 10 finishes. And that's not even bragging, that's just generally the numbers we played, and more of a testament to how much we played rather than how good we are.
Yeah.
But also, because of that, because we played it so much, we know where everything is, we know where all the loot is, we know where all the bloody bunkers are, and that's where we try and hit up really early. So when we first started playing, if you think about the way we played, there's no way we would think, oh, I must have 2 loadouts before I'm running in the first circle.
Yeah.
Whereas now we do, so we go for those hard drops, we go for those, those drops, because before we'd never be like, oh, let's go to the superstore. No, fuck that, it's well dangerous. Let's go to the
We still don't go to superstores, to be fair.
No, we used to go to Hills. Hills and farmland.
Then when Hills got too hot, we decided to make our own place where no one goes and call it Gringotts.
Yeah.
No. Then we decided Land of Safety.
Land of Safety. Yeah.
So I'm going to make a map up of all of the places that we've named. We've named most of the places on the map.
Given them our own stupid names, basically.
Yeah, things like Gringotts, Land of
Yeah.
Safety.
What's that one? The one we named last night. I can't remember. I've forgot it already.
What?
Was that once?
Oh, it was Pets at Home.
Clifford. Pets at Home. Yeah.
Pets at Home. Where's Pets at Home?
What building was it? I can't remember.
It was the little shop in downtown.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, right. Yeah.
And you were like, I love this shop.
Yeah, the police station, wasn't it? Yeah. That was it.
Wait, it's a police station.
It was a police station, and it wasn't in downtown. It was towards the right of the map where it's quite open near Billy Base, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was a random thing. Yeah, we called it Pets at Home. No idea why. I actually can't remember where they come from. Yeah, why not?
Yeah, why
Scott,
is a question which we're difficult to answer with most of our
I look forward to
namings.
seeing a full map of all our stupid names.
Leave it with me.
So I wanted to get your opinion on 1, Juggernauts in the game, and 2, the Dragon's Breath shotguns.
Right.
What do we think of them? Should they still be in the game, or should they be nerfed?
So, a lot of people are saying, I'll take on Juggernaut first. A lot of people are saying, oh, the Juggernauts are overpowered and they're breaking the game and every game has got a Juggernaut in it and blah, blah, blah. Having been the Juggernaut and not done that well, to be honest. Actually, I got 8 kills, but they were a struggle. I don't think it's overpowered, and you're constantly marked on the map, and
A target.
A target, yeah, and it's not a ticket to win. Basically, is what I'm trying to say.
Definitely not. I mean, the final circles. If we're in the final circles or close to, you will always see that little yellow Juggernaut symbol disappear.
Yeah,
Under a precision airstrike or something very quickly
Yeah,
towards the end.
I think the Juggernaut is. I'm not sure it's a good addition. I think it's a little bit boring, personally, but it's not. It's not clutch. It's not. I think I can't remember. I mean, I'm not saying I haven't, but I can't see many Juggernauts. I've not seen many Juggernauts winning or in final circles. I think the Juggernaut's going to win.
Yeah, I think I've only ever seen one Juggernaut actually win, and
Damn,
they're in like
was
most games.
Yeah, was that not the one that you won as a Juggernaut?
No, but the one where I got one kill as a Juggernaut.
Yeah.
Because we didn't.
And then moving on to the Dragon's Breath shotgun, I find that much more infuriating. I'd rather be killed by a Juggernaut than a Dragon Breath jumper.
yeah.
That needs to be nerfed.
That does. A 2-shot kill in any Battle Royale game is ridiculous, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And from distance as well. It's not even like you have to be particularly close. It's a shotgun. You can go half the length of Gringotts and still get done by that.
I might put a poll out on our Instagram,
Yes,
like a vote in, and see what people would prefer to have: a Juggernaut
Removed from the game. Yeah,
or removed, or which one they would rather pick up: a Juggernaut or a Dragon's Breath.
yeah.
What would you rather face off against, a Juggernaut or a Dragon's Breath?
Juggernaut any day, and that's.
Yeah.
I think most people would, and that's ridiculous in itself. Isn't it? Come with a minigun or a fucking rose skin with a Dragon's Breath shotgun.
Yeah.
I know. I'm.
They're the people I hate.
Yeah, me too. I despise them.
It's time for our quiz. Last week, Scott managed to win, despite every quiz being rigged against him. He managed to win one, and that means it's his turn to host. So, are you ready for your quiz, Scott?
I am indeed. Okay, so welcome to this week's quiz. I was under the impression that Dan wasn't joining us, so I haven't made a set of questions up for Dan. However, I did have a second little part of the quiz, which Dan can answer to feel included.
But is Dan eligible to win? Because it's important about who wins and who does the quiz next week.
He is eligible to win, and I'll show you how.
Okay.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
So
not sure I agree with this ruling, but it's fine.
So this week's quiz is called Highs and Lows. So basically, Adam and James have got 5 questions each, all about highs and lows, predominantly about like top sellers and stuff like that. Dan, however, has got a higher or lower quiz, like Bruce's Price is Right.
Brilliant.
Now, the only way I can do it is if Dan gets all of them right, he wins.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, this is fixed, isn't it? You complain about.
The other option, Dan, is that you're not included at all. So
I'll play, please.
So that's the way it's going to go. Okay. So, as the host of the quiz, Adam, you get to choose whether you would like question set A or B.
B.
Okay, yours are A.
Also, I'm not the host of the quiz. I'm the host of the podcast.
Oh, I'm the host of the quiz. Yeah, sorry.
Who am I?
Pass. Okay, Adam, you can have set B. So, are you ready for your first question?
I'm ready. Yeah.
All right. Which games console, considered a commercial failure in the 1990s, had a lifetime sales worldwide of 9.2 million units?
Which games console? Released when? Sorry.
In the 1990s.
PlayStation 1.
That's incorrect.
Can I steal?
You can't steal, but you can answer.
Is it the Dreamcast?
No, it was a Sega Saturn.
Sega Saturn.
Never heard of it.
Never even really heard of that.
Exactly. I had one. James, you ready for your first question?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so technology has massively improved games over the last 20 years, but that doesn't necessarily mean the consoles have gotten any smaller or lighter. Which games console, not including the release of the PS5 or Xbox, has been the heaviest?
Oh.
The Xbox original.
No,
Oh.
out to the lads.
I think it's going to be one of the newer ones. Maybe.
PlayStation 3?
Dan's correct.
That's
Is
a
it?
big one, yeah.
Yeah, it was
That was
really
nice.
heavy.
Mhm.
So the original one before they did like the slimline
Yep,
ones.
That
Yes.
was a big
Yeah.
one, yeah.
It was like
Yeah.
a brick.
James, that's incorrect, I'm afraid, mate. Conway, question 2. According to YouTube, which video game is the most disliked in modern history according to their dislike button with over 3 million down thumbs?
Which video game?
Ooh.
Which one have people seen the trailer on or and gone boo?
Oh, a trailer for right. Fuck. Duke Nukem.
That's incorrect.
Damn it.
Can I take a guess?
Go on.
I'm going to say it's either Battlefield 5 or Star Wars Battlefront. One of those two.
Both incorrect.
Oh.
Croco?
No idea, mate.
Infinite War.
Mm.
Oh, what Call of Duty Infinite War?
Yeah, notoriously hated.
We never played
makes
that. We
sense.
didn't get into
I
back into
did.
Call of Duty again, did we? Oh, you did. Why was it
Is that the
hated?
one with, like, the mech
It was
suits
just
being
it was
out of
the exosuits running around walls and stuff. It just
Stupid
completely lost.
concept.
It's where Call of Duty nearly ruined their franchise.
Really?
Yeah, complete trash.
Was it like really sci-fi? Is that what
Yeah, it was almost like it reminded me of Halo.
Oh right.
Croxon, question 2. What is the top selling game on the Nintendo platform last year?
Zelda Breath of the Wild?
Incorrect.
Oh,
I
what?
thought that would be right.
Oh, that was about 4 years ago.
It's not Pokemon, is it?
No. It
Animal
was-
Crossing.
No, Super Smash Bros.
Oh,
Of course.
yeah.
Conway, question 3. Hopefully,
Hold on. Have we got none so far? All
You're
of
both
us?
on 0.
I've got a chance.
So if me and Croxon both get 0, does then Dan automatically win?
Dan may get 0 too. But Dan still has to get them all right.
Hold on. So this could all end in no winner, which would mean that Scott would then host. He's rigged it for himself. It was rigged the entire time.
Conway, question 3.
Yep.
Voted as two of the 2 best heroes ever to grace the PlayStation, Lara Croft and Solid Snake. Which of these franchises has made the most games? So which one has made more games? Metal Gear?
Metal
Tomb
Gear
Raider.
or Tomb Raider? Oh, God.
That's tough.
Including mobile versions.
Tomb Raider.
It's incorrect.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
50-50 chance you're free.
I was thinking it was.
I would have gone Tomb Raider.
Yeah, I was gonna go with Metal Gear
It was close. So Metal Gear has
till the
23
last second.
and Tomb Raider 20.
Ah, that's a lot of games.
Oxen,
That's a lot
question
of
three.
pointy boobed games.
who is the highest ranked overall player on NBA 2K20?
Oh.
Think about it logically.
On which version?
20.
20. Is it Kobe?
He's dead.
Yeah, I know. When did he die? Was it 2019 or 2020?
He died like he was retired. He was in his 40s then. So
Oh, okay.
it's incorrect.
No,
It's
no
LeBron
idea.
James.
Oh.
So yeah, also still 0. Sorry.
I have to point out that being dead does not mean you can't be in a video game.
No, but
Yeah, it'd be in bad taste to put him in, I think, considering the way he died.
yeah, it's true. Conway, question 4. What was the top selling game, all consoles, 2019?
Red Dead 2?
Incorrect.
Damn it.
Dan?
Animal Crossing, was it?
Incorrect. Croxon?
Freaking hell.
Minecraft?
Modern Warfare.
Oh, fuck's sake.
Was
Shocked
it?
me, actually. Yeah.
Wait, it sold more in 2019.
It was the top selling game of 2019.
Wow.
Call of Duty Modern Warfare. Across all platforms.
Looks like it's a fat 0 for both me and Croxon so far.
Mhm.
Well, Croxon's still got 1 to go, then you're both in your final question. 0.
God, Croxon, please get this right so we don't end up in a fucking quiz dictatorship with Putin, the quiz host.
James, out of these 4 consoles, which sold the most? Nintendo 64, Sega Mega Drive, the SNES, or the first Xbox?
N64.
Incorrect.
Fucking hell. First Xbox. What was it?
No, it was the SNES.
The
What the fuck's a
SNES.
SNES?
Yeah, I know. So the
Sounds like
64
from Selector.
64 of 33 million units, the Mega Drive 30 million units, the SNES 49, and the first Xbox is 24. Conway, your
Come on.
final question. So GTA 5, Grand Theft Auto 5, eclipsed all of its predecessors in terms of sales, with selling over 110 million copies worldwide.
Mhm.
Which of its younger siblings sold the most pre-PS3? So which GTA sold the most copies pre-PS3?
Was GTA 3 on PS2 or PS3?
You should be able to get this.
I'm just going to say GTA 3 then. Even though it's probably not right.
No,
It's incorrect.
I would have said that too. Flipping hell.
Croco?
Which one was free? Was it Vice City?
No, it was just
No,
called
it's
GTA
free.
3, and it was just like the first one that wasn't top
right.
down.
I think
Nah, not a clue then, mate. Not a clue.
San Andreas.
San Andreas.
It was San Andreas.
Both Vice City and San Andreas run that. So Croxon, this is for the
Hold on, pre-PS3, so they were on PS2, those games.
Hmm?
No, that's what fucked me up, because I didn't know if I thought they would be on PS3.
No.
Anyway.
GTA 4 was on PS3, and 5 was on PS3 as well. No, PS4 was 5.
And go on.
Fine.
Anyway.
Yeah.
GTA 5 was on PS3, 4, and 5.
Yes. Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Croxon, last one. So this is hard.
Oh,
Well, I thought you might have got some of them. Nintendo has dominated the handheld gaming industry with 6 of the 7 top-selling handheld consoles of all time. But which one is the most? Have they sold the most of? What's the top-selling handheld console of all time? And I've given you a clue by telling you that there's 6 of the top 7 are Nintendo.
So it's a Nintendo product, yeah?
No, not necessarily 6 of the top 7. So the top one could be somewhere else.
Oh. Let's say the DS.
That's correct.
Oh, yes!
Correct.
That was such a misleading question. Well done, Crocs, because that was hard. When you said, 6 of the top 7 on Nintendo, it makes it sound like it's not going to be Nintendo.
Well, it's not going to be like the PS Vita or something like
No,
that.
that's what I thought, yeah.
I was tossing up between that and the Game Boy.
Ironically, the Nintendo DS sold 154 million consoles,
Jesus.
which is more than Nintendo 64, Sega Mega Drive, SNES, and Xbox put together.
Wow.
Nice.
No, nearly. Well, it's about the same, but so Dan, you've got to play higher or lower.
Okay.
So I'm going to give you a game with how much, and they're going to tell you how much revenue in billions of dollars they've made, and then I'm going to give you the next game. You've got to say whether it's made more or less, higher or lower.
Okay.
So you'll say there's 2 sets here. Your start is Candy Crush, and it's made $7.6 billion. But has it made less or more? Well, has this game made more or less? The Sims, higher or lower?
More.
You're out.
Yay!
So Scott has to redo a quiz for next week.
Croxon won.
Croxon won.
I got a point.
Oh, you got one at the end. Sorry.
Yay!
So, just out of interest, so Candy Crush has generated $7.6 billion worth of revenue. The Sims is $5 billion. So do you want to carry on? I've just got a few just out of interest.
Yeah, go on.
So higher or lower than the Sims at $5 billion? GTA, what are you going for?
GTA.
Oh, higher.
Higher, $9.9 billion. FIFA, all of them together.
Oh, higher.
Higher.
So it's $11 billion. Final Fantasy,
I don't think that'd be
Lower.
lower at 10.9. So it's only 0.5 billion. Space Invaders, higher or lower than Final Fantasy?
Lower.
Lower.
No, higher. 14.9. And
Space
then the I know the last set I had there. This is going to be your tiebreakers. So the starting point is Street Fighter at 12 billion. Higher or lower? Sonic the Hedgehog.
Higher.
It's lower.
Is it really?
Yeah, Halo.
Wow. Oh,
Halo higher.
Halo's lower at 5 billion.
Fucking hell.
Minecraft. Higher or lower?
Higher.
That's gotta be higher.
Lower, 2.9.
No!
What?
So much money they've generated. And what about higher or lower than Minecraft? Madden NFL.
More. That's got to be higher because that's got shitloads of microtransactions.
Higher, 5.2 billion. Clash of Clans.
Higher.
Higher.
Higher, 7 billion.
Oh my god, Clash of
How has that made more than Minecraft?
It's
Mobile games.
microtransactions.
Mobile games, and that's why things like Candy Crush made 7.6 billion.
We should do a segment on the podcast where we talk about mobile games because I find them an absolute fascinating waste of time. Like I just can't understand how people play them so much. And
invest more money sometimes than they get a console game.
Yeah, definitely.
that brings us to the end of the podcast for the week. Thank you for listening, and we will speak to you all next week. Goodbye.
Bye.